Hello, third grade. Here is your Monday review and a little more language arts practice of writing. So this is what I read to you last Thursday, and it is the review of the 8th story that I read to you in Journey to the Promised Land. The 9th story is the one we're going to review now after we have looked at this writing. So this says, Abraham was father to Isaac. So now that you've practiced a dictation from last week, you can write in your green book in lovely cursive, copying from my book here. This is the back of page 9. You are going to write these words to practice your cursive. So there's Abraham was father to Isaac, and a period. And then the next sentence is Isaac was father to Jacob and Esau. And then the third sentence, Rebecca was mother to Jacob and Esau. So if looking at this image and freezing it on your computer screen is too hard, then have moms and dads print out this sheet on a printer, and you can copy those first three sentences, Rebecca is mother to Jacob and Esau is the third sentence, to practice your cursive writing. And you can take a break after 3 sentences, or if you're feeling strong and you think you can go on, you can do more. Now we need to remember what happened in the story I read to you on Thursday. After he was sold, Joseph was sold, and his father thought he was dead. He was sold to a far away merchant in Egypt, and that merchant took him into his household, and the wife of the merchant fell in love with Joseph and got him into a lot of trouble, and he ended up in jail. And when he was in jail, he discovered that his skill of predicting the meaning of dreams came in very handy. And he was able to help, even though the second person he predicted a dream for it was a very bad prediction and an unfortunate one. He still was able to help them understand their dreams, and they were impressed. And one day, when one of the prisoners escaped and ended up in the Pharaoh's household, pouring his wine for him, he told him about this man that he had met in jail named Joseph, who was an amazing decipherer of dreams. And the Pharaoh was really impressed and wanted to meet Joseph so he could help him with his dream. And the dream that the Pharaoh had that was so unusual and so disturbing to him was about corn and cows. Let's see if you can remember what he dreamt about. And I think that's what we should draw for today's drawing. And this is on page 10. So you're going to need your crayon pouch. And if we're going to be drawing cows and corn, then we're going to need brown and golden and some green. Now the thing about the corn, we can start with a little earth as we remember. There's my brown. A little earth is that there were 7. First, he dreamt of 7 ears of corn that were the biggest and juiciest and fullest ears of corn, big and beautiful. And then he dreamt of 7 very scorched and thin ears of corn, and they swallowed up the beautiful ones. So that's an interesting thing to be able to draw. We're going to need the green. We're going to make our corn green. So we did this once before. We drew some corn. And most of you have probably seen a cornfield, so you know there's these big leaves. Big tall leaves. And then in the big tall leaves grow the ears of corn. So we're going to need to make room for lots of ears on this one stalk. One stalk of corn. So we can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 over here. So in those leaves, we're going to bury these beautiful stalks, ears of corn. And out comes the golden. One. Have a little golden in it. And we're going to need the green stick, because if it's a nice, healthy, growing ear of corn, it's going to have its husk around it. And then a nice big, we have it peeking out. One. Here's another peaky end of corn. You might prefer to use your stick for the ends. My stick is broken, so it's hard to work with. 2. Three. 4. 5. 6. This one can be up high. And let's put this one here. 7. So, 7 ears of corn growing in the Pharaoh's dream. And this dream that the Pharaoh had ended up rescuing Joseph from prison, because his prediction of what would happen seemed so right to the Pharaoh that not only did he forgive the punishment that the merchant had bestowed upon him, Joseph, he made him part of his court, and he made many decisions. He made him a decision maker in his court. And that was a pretty big deal for Joseph, and Joseph didn't seem to mind too much. So Joseph, not only did he get a job out of his incredible skill at interpreting dreams, but I'll give this a little bit of depth here, and it's stockiness. Leaves coming down here. There. 7 ears of corn. Oh boy. 7 cows. I think it might be that we draw 1 cow and we'll write about it. We'll write about the rest. Here's the body of the cow. And here's a haunch. Here's its back leg. It's a nice thick neck. These cows, they have nice thick necks. And its long face. Its ear. And its leg. Make it nice and healthy. All right. Now I have to finish our cow with a nice big eye and a nice big nose. And we can then describe what happened in this picture. So I'm going to stop the video and take a picture of the final product that you can look at if you need help finishing. And then we'll write a few sentences about what's happening in this picture.